Okay, so let's look at this. In the instructions here, it asks us to circle the like terms. Now you can see they already did number 1, didn't they? Remember the definition of a like term, it has to have what? It has to have the same variable or variables. So I'm going to put an S right there. That means variable or variables. And it also has to have the same exponent or exponents. Okay? So on number 1, the only 2 like terms were these 2. Well, let's look at 3. Okay, I've got x cubed y. Do I have x cubed y here? So those are like terms. Let's see if there's any other x cubed y's. Is this one got an x cubed y? No, so it's not a like term. Now, does it matter what the coefficient is? Does it matter the number in front? No, it just has to have the same variable and the same exponent. This one has x cubed y also, doesn't it? But this doesn't. So we circled the 3 like terms, didn't we? And so when we look at number 5, this has mn. This has m to the 5th n squared, so these aren't like terms. This has mn, doesn't it? And this one has mn. So those are all like terms. This one, 5mn, 2mn, and 14mn are all like terms. When we look at 7, I've got h cubed p, I got ph, hp, ph, and h squared p. Okay? Now, the order doesn't matter. So you see 3hp, 11ph, and ph are all like terms. It doesn't matter which one comes first or second. Do they have the same variables? They do, p and h. And both those p and h's all have the same exponent, so those are all like terms. Let's look at number 9. I've got xz cubed, x squared z, x squared z. Well, those are clearly like terms, and the rest aren't. Okay, so on these problems, 13, 15, 17, and 19, they want us to what? No, they want us to add them, right? And so I got to combine the like terms. I got to figure out which ones are like terms and put them together. Okay? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at number 13 and I say, okay, what other terms here have a b? Negative 8b. So I can do 7b plus negative 8b, and what would I get? Negative 1b. Good. Negative 1b. And then I look and I say, are there any like terms with 3c? 5c. So I say 3c plus 5c is 8c. And since 8c is positive, I'll put plus 8c. If 8c had been negative, then I would have put what? Minus 8c, right. Okay, let's look at this. I got 3a and 2a are my like terms, right? So 3a plus 2a is 5a. Good. And then I've got 6b plus negative 5b. You see this minus sign right here makes the 5b a negative, doesn't it? So 6b plus negative 5b is what? 1b. So since it's positive 1b, I'll put a plus 1b. If it had been a negative 1b, I'd have put a what? Minus 1b. And then I've got 2 plus 1, which is 3. If it had been negative 3, I'd have put what? Minus 3, but it was positive 3. Okay, let's look at the next one. Here I've got 7n plus, and I don't add it to the r, do I? I got to find the like term. So 7n and 3n are like terms, aren't they? So what is 7n plus 3n? 10n. Okay, and then I say, what's my like term with negative 5r? It's 6r, right? So I'll do, this minus in front means that this is a negative 5r. So I'll say negative 5r plus 6r, and what is that? And since it's positive, I put plus 1r. And then there's no like term with negative 5, so I just write minus 5. All right, when we look at 19, I have AX right here, and I have AX right here, don't I? So I say, okay, what is 9AX plus negative 7AX? 2AX, good. And then I've got, is there a like term with BY? YB, good. So I got 5BY plus 6BY, which is 11BY. Now, why did I put a plus sign here instead of a minus? Because 11BY is positive, not negative, right? Okay, subtraction's a little different. Okay, when we do subtraction, the first thing we need to do is we need to distribute the negative. Say distribute the negative. And so I'm going to take this negative right here and I'm going to distribute it there and there. Okay, so now let's rewrite what we've got. X squared plus 2x minus 3. And when I distribute that negative, what do I get over here on the right? Negative x squared. And when a negative and a negative, you get a positive 3. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we are going to combine like terms. See, I distributed this negative here, and that's why I have a negative x squared. And I distributed this negative here, and since it was already a negative, it made it a positive, right? And so I'm going to do x squared, and negative x squared is 0, isn't it? So these just cancel. There's nothing to combine 2x with, so I'll just write 2x. Negative 3 and positive 3 is 0, isn't it? And so there's your answer right there. Just 2x. On number 13 there, I also need to distribute the what? See, when we had a plus sign in the middle, did we have to distribute the plus sign? No, but when there's a minus, what do I have to do? I got to distribute it to everything inside the parentheses. So I'm going to give it to the x cubed, to the negative 6x, and to the 2. And so I'm going to take this negative and I'm going to distribute it 1, 2, 3 places. And so I have 6x cubed minus 3x squared minus x. So none of this right here changed, did it? But now I'm going to distribute the negative. So what do I have? Negative x to the third plus 6x minus 2. Exactly. Very good. And so now what I need to do is I need to combine like terms. 6x cubed minus x cubed gives me what? 5x cubed. Negative 3x squared. There is no like term with it, is there? So I just write minus 3x squared. Negative x and positive 6x is what? Yeah, negative x. So that's like, what's understood to be in front of the x? So this is negative 1x plus 6x is 5x. So I'm going to put plus 5x. And then there's nothing to combine negative 2 so I just put minus 2. And so there's your answer on that second one. All right, so on this last one, we've got to distribute this negative, don't we? And I've got 1, 2, 3 terms to distribute it to. And so I'm going to take this negative right here and I'm going to distribute it there, there, and there. And when I do, I have 4a minus 7b minus 2 minus 3a minus 9b plus 5. And now I need to combine like terms, don't I? And so 4a and negative 3a are like terms, aren't they? And what does that give you? Well, 4 and negative 3 is not going to be 7. 1a. Yeah, 4 minus 3. So it'd be 1a. And then negative 7b and negative 9b is negative 16b. And negative 2 plus 5 is 3, positive 3. Remember, if my result is positive, then I put a plus sign. If my result is negative, then I put a negative sign.